Welcome back to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate World of Final Battle, I guess, between Salt and Edge. Last time I almost screwed up the balance, but hopefully that will not be the case this time. Let me check my dojo to see if Jim... Why do I keep saying that? It's probably because I never use the dojos. And, yeah, we've got a whole ton of enhanceable spirits ready to enhance. I'm kind of running out of time to enhance all of them. I might just need to do a bonus episode at the end of the playthrough where I, enhance just all of the other enhanceables I have left. Okay, who do I put in now? Kind of interested to see what Mother Brain turns into. And you. And I really don't know what Baby Mario is going to turn. Maybe Baby Mario riding Yoshi? That'd make sense, come to think of it. And I wonder what you'll turn into as well. There's a lot of different enhanceable spirits that I'd like to try enhancing here, but really not sure what they'll turn into either. So now it's time to enhance all of these. Oh! Of course! Midna and Wolf Link. Why wouldn't it be that? So that's yet another Link who has their own spirit. 4-star enhanced as well. That seems pretty powerful. Yeah, I thought so. Skull Kid wearing Majora's Mask. That one I did correctly guess. Lifesteal. That sounds interesting. That sounds very interesting. Okay then. Wait, no, is that Soma Cruz? Please tell me that's Soma Cruz. It is! Oh, that's a really cool detail. It is a massive spoiler, but that is actually pretty awesome, because Soma is the reincarnation of Dracula. So, having the Dracula spirit turn into Soma that's actually really cool. I like that. Again, kind of a spoiler, but it's a spoiler that is directly spelled out to you in the sequel, so yeah. And yeah, I thought so. Another one that I correctly guessed. Link Between Worlds Link. So, another Link. There's a lot of Link spirits. Okay, Majora's Mask seems to be more defensive, which is a little weird, but, well, I mean, I guess masks are like defense for your face. Making them the perfect protection from Kamui, no. Wolf Link and Midna seem pretty average. Let's see what Soma's like. Oh, he levels up quickly. That's not a good sign. But Giant Killer... Actually, no, your stats are pretty solid. And you're not enhanceable, so yeah. Your power will probably pale in comparison to the other 4-star enhanced spirits. But anyway... Now that we've got that out of the way, we could find some more spirits, but I just realized something. There are 2 missing characters, I believe, Palutena and Bayonetta, and I think it makes total sense for them to be both fought last. It makes sense for them to be counterparts because, yeah, Palutena's like a goddess, a winged goddess of light, like a good, and Bayonetta's like kind of, I don't know, she's like an anti-angel in a way. So, I have kind of spoiled on how to get them. I need to fight Master Hand and Crazy Hand here, so I might as well do that now. I get the feeling that defeating one will swing the balance heavily in favor of the other, but the balance will come back when I defeat the other. So, let's go, Crazy Hand. So, not going to be a lot to talk about here. It's just going to be basically fighting the hands again, which is a shame. I haven't used Piranha Plant since the Lord of Souls. Also, some of these have pot plants, and some of these have pipes. And I believe you're meant to be a reference to the skeleton piranha plants from, I think it was New Super Mario Bros. 2 they appeared in? Yeah, let's try Dra Bales. I don't know why, but I've always liked saying his name that way. But yeah, I guess fighting the hands over and over is pretty much par for the course for Smash Bros. I still like how Crazy Hand is mirrored to where Master Hand comes into the fray from. So I have heard that the down B can be charged and angled. That almost ended terribly. And I got knocked into the drill anyway. Yeah, you could angle it. Oh, you're just gonna do a flick. I was wondering what you were trying to do there. So, yeah, that is interesting. Okay, then. That's a weird attack. The amazing elongating fingers. Yeah, still don't quite know how to do that. You probably have to... Yeah, Piranha Plant has a lot of attacks that I'm a little confused as to how they work. Walking, or spider, as I like to call it sometimes. Oh, I knew that was a grab. I was just dumb, and yeah. I think that grab used to flower you, but I don't know if... Oh! If Piranha Plant is immune to flowering, or... I mean, probably not. I mean, having a Smash character immune to a type of effect, unless they're pick-me, would be kind of overpowered, but... Yeah, this is probably a lot more damage than a single charge Smash would do. That was pretty simple. Almost ended badly a few times, and I pretty much suck with Piranha Plant, but yeah. Piranha Plant seems like a very unconventional character. And I guess while I'm doing this, I can go on a tangent about the hands and what exactly they might be. Because a lot of people have theories about that. Let's see. Okay, you seem to be... Ah, right, okay. You've summoned another set of Agents of Light. And the balance shifts in favor of Light, obviously. So, let's go and defeat an Agent of Light to shift the balance back. There you are, Master Hand. Who to use for this one? You know, I don't think I've used my Yu Narukami, and I have actually changed his outfit, by the way, because I felt the business suit was more appropriate. I recently unlocked that. I haven't used my Yu Narukami Mii in a while, so might as well try that. Auto heal apparently is kind of broken against bosses from what I've heard, so let's not do that this time. And now, the Slayer of Pauline shall fight Master Hand. So yeah, back in Smash 64... Oh, I put the trade-off. That was probably not good. Light spikes. I haven't really seen that. But yeah, back in Smash 64, I always thought that like, the opening movie and things like that imply that... Wow, that was quick. You have a slow jab. Yeah, the opening movie implied the whole game was just a child playing with their toys. So I always thought that Master Hand in that game was just the hand of the kid playing with the toys. There's Handy Slam, the attack that I was referring to last time for Master Hand, which was ages ago. Wow, that was incredibly easy. But then there are some who believe that Master Hand, like, represents order and Crazy Hand represents chaos and have all these theories as to how they apply to the world of video games. I don't know. I personally don't really have any kind of major theories on what Master Hand and Crazy Hand are, which is weird because I definitely have theories as to what these bosses are. But I don't know. I don't know where they fit into this weird headcanon. All that I do know is that they've been enslaved by the Lord of Souls and edgy Scrub Lord and must be freed. So yeah, obviously the Dark Fighter there is Bayonetta and the Light Fighter is Palutena. And the balance is now even. Okay, the question is though, do I rush for the fighters to just get a chance to show them off? I should probably do that. And then take care of the upper spirits later. No, don't go that way. That would lead back to the World of Edge. Hang on a minute, how do I even get there? Oh, I have to fight Tails. Right then, good to know. So we have 3 light spirits and the light fighter. I could possibly just do all 3 and then do the 3 dark spirits, because presumably there are 3 dark spirits on the way the other one. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then, yeah. I could balance it that way. And it's funny, at first I was kind of confused at you being represented by Fox, and then I realized, oh right, Tails is a fox. I keep forgetting that, but I probably shouldn't, because there's... You know what, I just suddenly had this urge to use Cam. I don't know why, I just felt like it. But, yeah, there's that line that Eggman says in that one part of, the first Sonic Adventure, where he's like, you little fox. Which is such a weird line. Anyway, Gravity's reduced hostile assist trophies, which is probably Knuckles and or Shadow, but probably Knuckles. An enemy starts on with an enhanced ray gun. That's interesting. And wait a minute, this would be, I believe Emerald Hill Zone is from Sonic 2, and that would be the first game where Tails appeared, so that makes perfect sense. Oh, and he has a rocket belt, that's pretty much perfect. The only thing missing from the Knuckles assist trophy is him saying, oh no, when he's KO'd.
Oh no.
Or when he gets hit. As kind of a random aside, I do love how they managed to, in Kingdom Hearts 3, incorporate Baymax's oh no when he's getting damaged. I'm not doing the input for the Shoryuken, I should probably change that. There's actually, yeah, I completed a little while back. There's a, I was actually trying to do a Hadouken there. Yeah, I'm not good at fighting game inputs. And foot to the face. And I fall over. That was a weird way to KO him. I've completely lost my train of thought. I know I was saying something, and then I just lost it. Who's next here, though? Soul Galley. Only 3 stars? Unless you're enhanceable and turn into one of the Necrozmas. Gold Incineroar. Does that give you the same buff that you would get on the Golden Plain stage? Enemy favors special moves only certain Pokemon. Is there a Solgaleo Pokeball? Don't think I've used Pokemon Trainer in a while. I'm kind of just using a ton of different characters here. Where are you?
Pokemon Trainer.
And let's start with, I guess, Charizard, because that's effective against Solgaleo. Steel Psychic always... I totally agree with the Steel typing for the Sun Pokemon, because Stars technically do have a Metal Core, but you like giving me Auto Heal, don't you? I'll just take Seminar up. But Psychic seems a bit weird, especially since it gives you the exact same typing as Metagross. Steel Fire, though, would have given you the exact same typing as Heatran. Also, obligatory mention the fact, I mean, there's probably going to be a Lunala Spirit on the other side, also, yep. There actually is a Solgaleo Spirit. But there's probably going to be a Lunala Spirit on the other side. Because, yeah, the light-dark equivalents here. Oh no, I forgot. I thought that was actually Rock Smash. Completely forgot about Flare Blitz. I am dumb.
Oh no.
I actually did still think I had Rock Smash as side B, but that's Brawl. Was not expecting to launch myself sideways with that, but I guess it gives me more time to talk about it. There's a lot of people like, oh, Lunala, the moon Pokemon, is weak to Dark. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Dark is called Evil in Japan, so, yeah. Nothing to do with the time of day. I am, like, I've probably already said this in a Pokemon game that I've played on the channel, but I have always been, like, I'm actually glad they changed Evil type to Dark type, because it's always been a thing in the lore that there are no evil Pokemon, just Pokemon that are misused by bad trainers. Actually, I did want to use Flare Blitz there, but I unfortunately mistimed that and smacked it to the ledge. Although, then again, the X and Y anime kind of contradicted that with the Malamar, and I still didn't... I don't know, I never really liked that, the idea of an actual Pokemon that is downright evil. Even Necrozma and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is more just kind of an animal acting on its instincts more than anything else. It just happens to eat light, which happens to be a bad thing for a world that needs light to survive. Okay, I need to go back and defeat some Dark Spirits now. Let's do that. I'll just cut over there. Jean. Yeah, let's fight you to get into that area. Of course, it's convenient that Bayonetta has a Jean palette. Another stamina battle, I guess. No, I think I'll give another Pokemon the spotlight here. Bayonetta with all that white hair looks kind of weird, but kind of cool at the same time. I don't want Squirtle. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but according to, like, a lot of competitive Smash players, a lot of them agree that if Ivysaur was a standalone character in Brawl, it'd likely be the worst character in the game. Because the fire weakness is awful with just about everyone in Smash using fire, the water resistance doesn't really do much for you, and apparently its moves are terrible, and yeah. And it suffers from, well, I mean, even if without the stamina mechanic, it was standalone. So apparently Ivysaur got heavily buffed in this game, which is kind of cool. Still not so good with it, and that almost, platform, I don't know what you'd call that, like platform meteor? Also, I do find Ivysaur's voice a little bit weird in this one. Okay, yes, I still do have, also, Ivysaur learn Flamethrower! I am a hacker! But yeah, no, I still have tilts on my C-Stick, that's good, because I've actually been using the, because if you want to play in I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die... Yep. Oh, I'm below 100 stamina. Does this instantly kill me? Doesn't look like it. This will instantly kill you, though. Come over here, you bug type, I guess, because you're a butterfly. Yeah, I suppose Bayonetta would be either dark fighting or bug dark. I have never played Bayonetta, so I have no idea what you'd enhance to. Yeah, kind of think of it, though, Bayonetta's probably not a bug type. She's probably dark fighting. Or dark psychic, maybe. Oh, only one was needed to shift the balance. Yeah, I think I was slightly ahead on one type of spirit. Yeah, I knew it, Lunala. But I've already given my Lunala tangent, so what to say here? Well, I can mention how I still really want a bug dark type. I don't know why they haven't done a bug dark type yet. I think it would actually be pretty cool. Don't think they've used Lucario in a while. Also, yeah, Sun and Moon Elite Four theme. I actually do think, to me, Sun and Moon's Elite Four is one of my favorite Elite Fours in the series. I didn't even think, like, I would have thought it was totally fine if Lucivine was the final boss. Yes, you're both gold then. And, like, I would have been okay with that, but there was an Elite Four, and I was just like, why is there an Elite Four? There really doesn't need to be an Elite Four, but then it turned out to be one of the best Elite Fours out there. I still think Black and White's Elite Four is my favorite. It was the first one where you could challenge them in any order, but they actually managed to keep them pretty decently balanced for the fact that you could challenge them in any order. And they were all reasonably challenging, especially on Black and White 2 challenge mode, where they all gained an extra Pokemon, and like they had some pretty awesome things, like Chantal Chandelure had a choice. Holy crap, that was close. Lucario's extreme speed covers a lot of ground. But yeah. Also, Lucario should definitely be fighting the Dark Spirits, because he gets an attack boost every time he gets hit with a Dark move, thanks to Justified. Does this Lucario even have... Nah, he probably doesn't have Inner Focus, because he gets flinched all the time in Smash Brothers. Inner Focus would be kind of overpowered in a Smash game. I guess I can fight Fierce Deity Link. That sounds terrifying. But yeah, I still like Black and White's Elite Four a lot. But Sun and Moon's Elite Four is probably my second favorite. I've never played Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, so I don't know how Molayne, or however you pronounce his name is. I don't know how he does an Elite Four member. Oh! I knew you'd be a 4-star, but I didn't expect you to be Mithra. I have heard Mithra was in this game, and I've also heard they actually changed Mithra's portrait here to cover up to sort of cover her up more. And apparently, people actually liked this version of Mythra so much, they patched it into Xenoblade 2 as an alternate costume, which is pretty awesome. So, yeah, I won't actually say who Mythra is, because first time I played Xenoblade 2, I was totally unspoiled on who Mythra was, and it completely floored me when it happened. I'm so glad I didn't watch any of the trailers, because apparently they did spoil that. But anyway, of course, you're going to charge up your final smash quickly. The enemy starts with battle with an enhanced beam sword. Oh, it should be, the enemy gets critical hits, like, 80% of the time. And when the enemy gets a critical hit, all of their attacks can be cancelled into other attacks for free. Yeah, Mythra is kind of ridiculous in Xenoblade 2. It's insane. Like, there are some broken things in video games that are just incredibly fun. And Mythra's, Lightspeed Flurry, I believe the skill was called. Lightspeed Flurry was just kind of hilarious. Oh, if I had... I don't think I had the Nia Me outfit, because I could fight Mythra with Nia for reasons, but, no. Instead, I haven't used Cloud in a while, but I think it has to be Shulk who does this fight. Not in that. I guess I can use Melia Shulk? You know, honestly, I really should be using Fiora Shulk for this. Also, is this still move on? Oh, yes, it definitely is. Oh, no, still move forward. That's what it's called. I noticed that like a second before the song name showed up. I've heard that this one is brutal though. Okay then. Apparently, I'm going with jump. Jump up Super Shulk, I guess. There's no power-up quite like Dominado. Shield? Yeah, let's go with Shield for now. Does make me crazily slow, but... Oh yeah, I guess that costume is meant to represent Rex, now that I think about it, if it's being used in this fight. But anyway... I accidentally switched to Buster! Wow, this song is cool. You don't really hear much of it in the game itself, because Xenoblade fights tend to be over very quickly. I personally don't think this song is as good as Mechanical Rhythm, but the main battle theme of Xenoblade 2 being infinitely better than the main battle theme of Xenoblade 1 makes up for it, at least to me. I mean, this song is still really good, don't get me wrong, but I do personally like Mechanical Rhythm a lot better. Okay, Mythra's down. Well, that was, really laggy. That's probably not going to KO. Actually, it is! It makes so much sense for you to have critical hit up. Yeah, I'm looking forward to using that. But anyway, can't really say much more about Mythra without major spoilers for Xenoblade 2, but... Anyway... the balance has not shifted, so I'm kind of worried. That might mean the balance might shift if I find that one, but I can always shift it back again. Okay, let's go to Fierce Deity Link. Guess while I'm on the way, Fierce Deity Link is kind of weird. Technically, yes, it is another very fun, broken mechanic, but you only get to use it for the final boss, or in the... Okay, this is one thing, it's fine, I guess I can talk about that here, but... Well, at least you have a ready-made costume. You are easy to launch. Well, that's pretty much the fate of every boss fighting Fierce Deity Link. Reduced defense, the enemy has increased attack power. Yeah, that makes sense. Of course, there's also all these different theories on who is Fierce Deity Link, but I don't know. I wonder if they were like maybe a rival deity to Majora?
Young Link.
How about Dork Young Link? Yeah, I used Young Link before, but I mean, since the Young Link is canonically the Majora's Mask Link, then yeah. Yeah, using a masked character to fight the embodiment of a mask makes perfect sense. Let's do this. Also, I don't recognize this song at all. Oh, I do now. Yeah. Oh, it's Calamity Ganon. All right. I am not used to not being Shulk. I don't remember if Fierce Deity Link could even use bombs in Majora's Mask, but I want to say no. But yeah, apparently the 3DS remake of Majora's also Let's Play Bomb Tennis. Anyway, apparently the 3DS remake is really contentious, and there's a lot of people who are like, including Charlotte Conroy, who say like, oh, like it does a lot of things better than the original, but it also does some things worse. Personally, I didn't mind the way swimming worked in Majora's Mask 3D. Bear in mind, though, I never played the original N64 game. But that's always been a thing with me. I've always liked remakes just because not everyone played the original game, and you can't assume everyone did. I've definitely already said this in another series that I've done, but there are, like, I've often found that there are a lot of reviewers who, whenever they're reviewing remakes, they assume everyone's played the original, which I find really, really stupid, and because... Oh, wow, that was a clutch victory from you. I was like, aha, you're too far away to hit me with that, but no. You were probably gonna die if you didn't get that snipe on me there. I'm honestly, I'm okay with losing like that. That was actually pretty impressive on your part. Wow, I'm damaging him quickly. But now my defense is down. Ah, almost no damage this. Oh, I probably shouldn't have... Yeah, I knew that was going to explode. But anyway, yeah, I was fine with the Majora's Mask 3D remake, probably because I hadn't played the original with my first exposure to Majora's Mask. I liked Majora's Mask much more than I expected to. I always thought I'd end up hating it because it only had 4 dungeons, and the 4 dungeons were all really, really good dungeons and were all of a decent length. The arcs leading up to them were great. There were just a lot of good character development. The whole concept of kind of embodying, like, people who were dead and talking to people who knew them when they were alive. You're obviously Bayonetta, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Is just, I always found that a really unique idea. And, yeah, overall I just enjoyed the game much, much more than I thought I would. And that's all because of the 3DS remake. But the main point that I was actually getting to is, the 3DS remake, you know what, let's fight the most broken character in Smash 4 with the most broken character in Brawl. Or I could have gone with Pikachu for the most broken character in Smash 1. And it's funny, I don't think there's like a definitive most broken character in Melee. There are like several characters who are incredibly good, but I don't think there's a clear-cut best one. Like, there's, like, Fox is really good, I've heard Sheik is really good, and Martha's really good, but I don't think there's, like, a definitive, like, Bayonetta or Meta Knight, where there's, like, a very obvious best character. But anyway, what I was saying, though, is, I've gone way off my original tangent, but I'm gonna finish it, don't worry, is that the 3DS remake added an additional use for the Fierce Deity mask. Fishing. And I love that. I love how one of the uses of transforming into a raging god of destruction is pulling up heavy fish in the fishing minigame. The Goron mask works too, but Fierce Deity Link is just so hilarious for that purpose. But yeah, in the 3DS remake, the Fierce Deity mask does indeed help you fish, and I love that. That change invalidates potentially every negative change in that game to me. I totally saw that coming, so now I have to fight Palutena. And technically speaking, I don't know it's Palutena yet, but it's obvious it's Palutena. So, there you are. Hi there, Palutena. Last one. I suppose Dark Pit would probably be the most appropriate to fight you with. Pit would probably not want to even do that, even though he comes with on spoilers. I mean, I probably should be using Bayonetta for this, but... yeah, let's go. I can't believe I didn't realize this was the song that was playing in the Light Temple, in the Light World. I thought I had the side B from Brawl. I don't know why I'm suddenly thinking in Brawl terms now. I haven't even played Brawl in years. But Brawl was always my favourite Smash game. And yeah, you can probably tell it's because I like slow tactical things, so Brawl's lack of combos was kind of a benefit to me. Nope. Anyway, I guess I can give my thoughts on... Ow. ow, my thought, the mine just stuck to midair, on hitting somebody in the rear end with a mine. No. My thoughts on Palutena. I did find Palutena a pretty fun. Like, there's a lot of people who like to demonize Palutena in Uprising. Sometimes Pit and Rudy shippers. But now the balance is back. I will not fight Master Hand and... while I'm down here, I should probably fight them again. I know that when I beat them here, they open a portal there, and that's where we need to get to. And in fact, that's probably going to be a good lead-in to... Because the only spirits that I have left to obtain on this map are at the very top. So I probably should start fighting them now, actually. So, once again, Master Hand. But anyway, yeah, I thought Palutena was pretty fun. It was pretty cool that she was voiced by the same voice actress who played Lightning in Final Fantasy. Even though she's a pretty controversial character in Final Fantasy. But I think her voice actress is great. And it's kind of a shame that she doesn't play her in this game. As for Palutena, also Veridi Palette, as for Palutena as a Smash character, though, I've heard she got buffed heavily in this game, and I'm glad for that, because, yeah, she really suffered in Smash 4, because her entire gimmick revolved around custom moves. She was the only character besides Mega Man, and even Mega Man's custom moves didn't really change all that much, besides the knees, really. Palutena was the only one who had dramatic... I probably should have used the opposite one to fight the... used, Bayonetta to fight the... Ow. Snap your fingers and a god gets paralyzed. Wow, this is ridiculous. But yeah, she was the only one to have her custom moves being entirely different based on what she chose as custom moves. And the problem with that was, it meant that she was very underpowered with custom moves turned off, which just so happened to be the setting for all tournaments and most of online. So, yeah, it turned... Okay, that doesn't work like Hits Fire. It actually only goes a fixed distance. Mistimed that horribly. And my up B is Warp. And that is still auto-reticule, right? Wow, I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. They have given them a lot of new attacks in this game, which I like. I'll surely yell Explosive Flame sometimes. Aha! Your mirrors are no match for me! So yeah, I'm glad Palutena's better in this one. She seems to be a lot stronger than she used to be, and apparently the hitboxes on her smash, like for example the wing, like this attack, this side smash, apparently had a very wonky hitbox in the previous game, so I'm glad that's fixed. Oh, you're actually a spirit. Well, all the bosses were a spirit, so it was only a matter of time before you'd be one too. Should have seen that coming. And finally they tell me about this. I kind of inferred it based on the icons. And now Master Hand is now free from the control of the Lord of Salt. Now we just need to free his brother. And yes, he uses the Handy Slam. Except the balance has shifted in the favor of darkness, because I defeated a light boss, blah blah blah, so now I have to go and defeat his brother. Like I said. I guess while I'm on the way, so yeah, in Kid Icarus Uprising, I thought Palutena was a pretty funny character. Yeah, I definitely liked her a lot in that game. And I guess now I have to give my thoughts on Bayonetta. Well, here's the thing, I don't have any, because I've never played Bayonetta, and I never got her DLC in Smash 4, so really, yeah. I have tried playing as Bayonetta in training mode before, so I'm not totally blind on how she works, but this is my first time using her seriously, so... I love how excited the announcer is to say her name. I guess I can use Bayonetta 1 Bayonetta, which by the way is an amiibo that I found very difficult to find. Speaking of which, I actually have the Advent Children... I've probably already said this. The Advent Children Cloud is the amiibo version of him that I have. And that's because... Yeah, I noticed this later. Akuma's main downside to being so strong is that he has no spirit slots. But he doesn't really need any. Let us give Crazy Hand the old Shining Gok Shock, which apparently is how his, like, son Gokushatsu, or however you say that, his apparently dragged them to Hell Attack. How it's, So yeah, Bayonetta. So apparently, if you hold down the A button after she does attacks, she does bullet arts. A lot of her attacks link into each other. That is her side B, that is her up B, that is her neutral B. One thing I guess I can say is that, regarding Bayonetta, also apparently you're supposed to up B and then double jump with Bayonetta, not double jump and then up B like with most other characters. But yeah, the thing I can say about Bayonetta is that apparently, Bayonetta's, like, her game is part of a genre called cinematic action game that I think was kind of popularized by Devil May Cry. And I think some of the same developers of Devil May Cry are on the development of, although I'm not sure. I know that Bayonetta was Platinum Games, I think. I think it was Platinum Games. And here comes the Giant Fist! Ironic, we're defeating Crazy Hand with a giant hand. I'm pretty sure it was Platinum Games. But yeah, apparently cinematic action games focus on really long, flashy combos, which makes sense with how Bayonetta plays in this game. Also, hold attack to steal KO is pretty funny. And now, Crazy Hand has been de-brainwashed from the brainwashing powers of the edgy Scrub Lord. He's like, wait a minute, K-Rule isn't broken! You're doing the drill. Okay, this should bring the bridge back, because you've got to get the bridge directly onto where that rift is. There we go. So our goal is now to get to that rift, and it looks like we have done... I think now is probably a good time to end this part. Ha! You're using a Japanese name. Okay then. I know that your name is officially Charlie Nash, but, yeah, because it's Nash in Japanese, Charlie in English, and they decided, let's just meet in the middle. But anyway, that's probably as good a time as any to stop. I just realized I still have the Guile Spirit on the light side to go. There shouldn't be very much left, so next time we will be, hopefully, clearing out this entire area and doing everything we can do before the final battle. So, I will see you then.